Thanks for stopping by Skerlock Systems. We appreciate it. Today's video is going to be about Windows 7 and gadgets. Gadgets are a series of applets that generally are along the right-hand side of your screen. To get to the gadgets, you simply right-click on your desktop and choose Gadgets. That's going to bring up a window with pre-built Windows 7 gadgets in. For today's purposes, we're going to play with the clock, the CPU meter, and the weather. To add the clock, you simply double-click on its icon, and you'll see that it shows up on the right-hand side of the screen. So we're going to do the same for the CPU meter and for the weather. And I'd also like to track a second location with the weather, so we simply double-click again, and we'll get a second weather screen that shows up. We'll close this window, and I'd like to track two different locations for the weather. And you'll notice if you hover your mouse over, you'll get a little menu bar over on the right-hand side. And if you click on the tool icon, which is for options, you can punch in a location. So I'm going to type in my zip code, and then a little search button here. And it found Plano, Texas, and we're going to say OK. And I'd also like to track, let's say, Plymouth, Massachusetts. So on the second one, I'm going to click on the options button, and I want to punch in the zip code for Plymouth and search, and there it is. So now we have our clock, our CPU meter, and two weather icons. So now I've decided to change my mind. I really don't need the clock up here because I've got a clock at the bottom right-hand corner, and the CPU meter, I really don't want to show that right now. So to close one of these, you simply right-click on it and choose Close Gadget. So I'm going to do that for these two. And now I've got just the weather. Now I'd like to move these, and you can move them literally anywhere on the screen you like. For today, I'm going to leave them in the right-hand side top of the screen. Now, these are a little bright, and it may be that when I'm working on another program, these may take my eye away from the program, and I'd like to make these a little more clear. What you can do is right-click on them, and there's an opacity option. So I'm going to take this opacity down to 40%. And you'll see now that this is not near as bright as it was, but if I want to look at it, I simply put the mouse over it and it brings up the full 100% opacity. I'm going to change this back to 100%. And that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to give us a shout. Our phone number is 972-633-1111. Thank you so much.